Okay, so Fahrenheit. Okay, 66. Okay, here it was about 19 degrees.
19.
Yeah. So
How about your degree?
sorry.
How about your hair degree?
Well, here it was. You said there it's 22. Here was about 19.
19. Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty close. You're a little bit warmer.
Warmer. Yes. Yeah. And today high degree is 32.
Oh, that is very
32.
high.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Here the high I think was about 19. I know it's 66 Fahrenheit. So all right. Annie, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. We're actually already almost end of April. So when does your daughter finish finals?
May 12th.
Okay, so 3 weeks.
Yes.
She gonna take anything over the summer?
I have no idea what she plan is.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta talk about about the summer plan with her. Yeah.
See, that's what happens when they get to college. You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
As you know, my son is in Drexel, and Drexel is really strange. They'll have midterms. They are quarters, so it's about 11 weeks. They'll have midterms sometimes at like week 5 and sometimes at week 9. So whenever they have a midterm, he has to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
It's really strange. Okay, British, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm good. So have you seen a doctor?
Yeah, I had the video with doctor.
Okay. And how's everything?
Next week we will have some test.
Okay. All right. Let me go to British. I didn't ask you how you are doing. Bro. I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was looking at Helena. I said British. Helena, how are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I'm fine.
Sorry.
Daughter, protect my eye.
Oh, okay.
Please protect my eye.
Sorry, what are you showing us?
眼药水.
Eye drop.
Eye drops. Okay.
Yeah.
Protect my eye.
All right. So are you putting that on the outside of your eye?
Not 就是drop it to my eyes in eyes 周围怎么说
Around the eye.
Around the eye.
When you
my eye.
Yeah, when you showed it, I mean, we our eye drops are usually a small bottle, and you put them into the eye. And I saw that you can't be putting that in your eye. Okay, is it like is it like for the sun or protect it from the sun?
是防晒的吗？
不是，是保护眼睛的，就是可以减轻缓解眼睛的那个疲劳，就是
Yeah.
解是疲劳的，好像。
Tide, the eye tide can less
Relax.
the eyes tide, relax the eye tide.
Oh, okay.
Massage.
Yeah.
Massage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I, well, I
按摩
know.
作用就是
I know
像
they.
艾灸液
Yeah.
哦，是艾灸。
China medicine 艾灸
Chinese medicine.
Yeah. I know.
Chinese medicine
This may be before really before all of you guys, but I know like in the probably in the 60s and 70s in the Chinese schools, they used to do all these eye exercises.
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, from elementary to middle school. Yeah.
I saw pictures of the kids going like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it actually helped. I still see a lot of still a lot of people that wear glasses. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. Lucy, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Lucy, your hair looks different. It's
Yeah. Today, no, I know.
Didn't tie
oh,
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. That's,
Just put it
I,
down.
just the shower. So yeah.
okay. There's actually an expression related to that. It says, let your hair down. And what it means is just relax.
Relax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Relax.
So you let your hair down.
Relax.
Okay. Let me go to Xiaojian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm good. What did you do today?
Today it was busy day. Yeah, this morning I went to Home Farm. After lunch, I went to Home Depot. Yeah, bought some plants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I went to TG Maxx. Yeah.
That's interesting. Home Depot and TJ Maxx.
Yeah. When we go back to home, yeah, I went to the TJ Maxx. I also did laundry. Wash my blanket. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually I need to wash my winter coats.
Yes. Yeah. It's getting warmer. Yeah.
Yeah. So like wash them, put them in the closet.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to Yuchi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. And what did you do today?
Today, I bought 2 airplane tickets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
Wow.
wife and I can go back to China.
Congratulations.
Very, very excited
Oh.
and happy.
When will you go back to China?
will come to China where?
Yeah.
When?
When will you go back to China?
November 9th.
November.
9th.
11月
November?
9号
November.
Wow.
Half a year.
I was thinking he's going next month or in June or something.
Yeah.
How much is it?
How much does it take cost you?
6,300
Each?
300 哦
6,300.
2张。
在哪个城市落地啊
How much?
？3,000刀。
$3,000
上海。
six.
哦
He said 6,000, right? You say 6,300?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6,000.
60,000
Oh, two tickets.
Two
Oh,
two
yeah.
tickets. Yeah.
$6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
，2 tickets $6,000 One ticket is $3,000.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, but
expensive
not
for this
right
period.
now. You
Very
have
very
to cost.
expensive.
Yes, it
Oh.
is.
And
That's
that's for
No,
1 week.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
that's economy, right?
Yeah.
经济
No.
舱是经济舱的
No.
座位吗？
Yeah.
Yes, 肯定。I sure. My daughter
yeah.
last year went to China is 多少$9,000 $9,000
For round trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
9,000 for
9,000
round trip.
No,
是
round trip,
头
just
等
one
舱
way.
The first
不是，现在就
one
很
way
贵。
one way the first
Oh, first
Wow.
class. First class,
first
9,000.
first
One way.
class 9,000 one way
One way.
Yeah, I could never fly first class. To me, it's just not worth it. You know, the back of the plane is going to the same place as the front of the plane. So, you know, why spend $9,000 when you do it for 3,000? So one of my son's favorite words is value. So the more value going in economy class. So
Yeah.
okay, so Ashley, how are you?
I'm fine. Sorry, I'm late.
No, that's okay. We were just congratulating Yuchi. He bought plane tickets to go back to China.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's going in November though.
It's difficult to
half
buy.
a year. After half a year.
Yeah. There was a few years ago you couldn't even buy them that far out. It was like
Within 6 months, yeah.
yeah.
Usually people people buy a ticket 3 months before.
Yeah. Ashley, how's the weather in Florida?
Wow, the weather is very beautiful. I and my friends and my husband just come back from Hollywood studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that place. Was it busy?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
very busy.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. My son is actually planning on going there in I think in July,
Mhm.
which is going to be really busy.
Yeah, very, very busy. Always very busy.
Yeah, but especially the summer, July and August. So.
Mhm.
Okay, so what did you do today?
Today is very exciting. We
How so?
visit
Okay.
Hollywood studio.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, that's really nice. Could you do me a favor though? Behind you, there is a light.
你后面那
后面有个
个电
灯
灯会反光，所以你
OK
摄像头看一下能不能移，或者是电灯能够把它。
Maybe
很好，很好。
it's okay.
现在好了
Yeah.
Okay it's okay it's okay
Yeah, that's much better. Okay. All right. Today we're going to be talking about books. And I mentioned my my older son particularly when he was started school from really like 5 or 6 years old, he loved to read, and he would get a book that was like 600 pages and finish it in 2 days. He just
Wow.
loved he just loved reading.
How's his eyes?
His eyes are good.
Eyes is good.
Yeah, I mean he does have a well, he actually had two issues with his eyes unrelated to reading. One was is a condition called strabismus, where the eyes don't focus at the same point. So one eye would be looking off to the right and the other eye would be looking straight. And the other condition he had was what they call retinopathy of prematurity. So the blood vessels in the eyes were really weak. And that's caused, like it says, it's called retinopathy of prematurity. It's very common in premature babies. And he was premature. He was born at 26 weeks. So he was very, very small. He weighed 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Oh, the oldest son.
Yeah. When he was born, he was 2 pounds, 10 ounces. The first 2 months were in the hospital. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at books. I should have opened this before. And while I'm opening this, I did text my friend in Shanghai. It seems to be getting better, the COVID situation over there, which is good.
Shanghai now not closed. Only closed.
Yeah.
And the 病人怎么说？
Sick people.
Not
Patient.
not less.
Yeah. Patient is someone actually who's seeing a doctor or in a hospital. If it's just that they're just sick, we say a sick person. Okay.
Okay.
It's just out of curiosity, is there a different word for patient in Chinese, or would it be Bing Ren?
Bina.
I like that translation, just sick person. Okay. All right, we don't have a lot of words here. Again, some of these words we've come across several times. We have different, and again, I put this here just to show the syllables of it. We have cultures, broaden my horizons, my horizon. I think it's usually an S, broaden my horizons. Nepal, published, and the kill time. The last one there, kill time. Me and my son had to do that yesterday, my younger son. My older son had a dance performance and we got there early, so we killed time by talking to people. Okay, books. And stop sharing. Let me go to books. Okay, now, before I ask anybody to read this, can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've too many times I've asked you to read it and you couldn't see it. All right, so let me go to let me start with we'll start with the A's. Annie and Ashley. Ashley, you read the blue, and Annie, you read the black.
Okay.
How often do you read books?
I read books almost every night before I go to bed.
What's your favorite type of books?
I love reading about different cultures.
What can you learn from books?
Books can broaden my horizon about thousands of things around the world, and books are also my best friends.
Where do you read books?
I read books at home, sometimes in the library.
What's the most interesting books you have ever read?
I think that would be Nepal, a book written about the country of Nepal, published in 1999.
How long does it take you to finish a book?
Well, it depends on the length of the book, but it usually takes me a week to finish a 300-page book.
Do you usually bring books with you when you travel?
Oh, Phil, can you roll out the... Yes, I do. When I'm at the airport or bus station, I read books to kill time.
Is there any book? Is there any bookstore or library in your area?
Unfortunately, there are none near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away.
Thank you.
Let me go to British and Xiaozhen. British, you read the blue, and Xiaozhen the black.
How often do you read books?
I read books almost every night before I go to bed.
What's your favorite type of book?
I love reading about different cultures.
What can you learn from books?
Books can broaden my horizon about thousands of things around the world, and books are also my best friends.
Where do you read books?
I read books at home, sometimes in a library.
What's the most interesting book you have ever read?
I think that would be Nepal, a book written about the countries of Nepal, published in 1999.
How long does it take you to finish a book?
Well, it depends on the length of the book, but it usually takes me a week to finish a 300-page book.
I don't. Do you usually bring books with you when you travel?
Yes, I do. When I'm at the airport or bus station, I read books to kill time.
Is there any bookstore or library in your area?
Unfortunately, they are not near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away.
And Yuchi and Lucy. Lucy, you read the black. Yuchi, you read the blue.
Okay. How often do you read book?
I read books almost every night before I go to bed.
What's your favorite type of book?
I love reading about different cultures.
What can you learning from books?
Books can broaden my horizon about thousands of things around the world, and books are also my best friends.
Where do you read books?
I read books at home, sometimes in the library.
What's the most interesting book you have ever read?
I think that would be Nepal, a book written about the country of Nepal, published in 1999.
How long does it take you to finish a book?
Well, it depends on the length of the book, but it usually takes me a week to finish a 300-page book.
Do you usually bring books with you when you travel?
Yes, I do. When I'm at the airport or bus station, I read books to kill time.
Is there any bookstore or library in your area?
And unfortunately, there are none near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away.
Good. And how you doing, Linda?
I'm good, thank you.
I see your fingers moving. I don't know what you're doing. What did you do today?
I'm good. I did some work. Yeah.
Oh, that tells us a lot. What type of work did you do?
Cleaning the house.
Okay.
Stuff.
Interesting. She said I did some work yesterday on the Saturday class. I asked a similar question, and someone replied, I had something to do. And that's really, it's an answer we use when we don't want to tell people what we were actually doing. There's sometimes what we're doing is personal, like some people may not want to know that want you to know they went to see a doctor, so they'll just say I had something to do. And I actually will use that frequently with my my job with my boss. I say I'm not going to be working this afternoon. I have something to do. I don't get specific into what it is because I don't think they need to know that. So it is a good, it is a reasonable and good answer. Okay, so Linda, I'll read the blue and you read the black.
Okay.
How often do you read books?
Teacher,
Yes.
I
you
read
forget
books.
me.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
forget me.
I'm sorry, Helena. I'm sorry. Helena and Linda. So
Okay.
Helena, you read the blue, and Linda, you read the black.
Yes. How often do you read books?
I read the books almost every night before I go to the bed.
What's your favorite type of book?
I love reading about the different cultures.
What can you learn from books?
Books can broaden my horizon about the thousands of things around the world, and the books are also my best friends.
Where do you read books?
I read books at home, sometimes in the library.
What's the most interesting book you have ever read?
I think that would be Nepal.
Nepal.
A book. Nepal?
No, not Paul.
Nepal.
Nepal.
A book written about the country of Nepal, published in 1999.
How long does it take you to finish a book?
Well, it depends on the length of the book, but it usually takes me a week to finish a 3-page book.
Do you usually bring books with you when you travel?
Yes, I do. When I'm at the airport or bus station, I read books to kill time.
Is there any bookstore or library in your area?
Unfortunately, there are none near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away.
Did everyone read?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. When I had asked Linda to read, I hadn't realized that Helena had not read, and she let me know that. And please feel free to let me know if I skip over somebody. Sometimes when I'm looking at the screen, the images jump around. So right now, for example, I'm seeing Annie in the upper left. I'm in the upper right. Sometimes I may jump down, so Annie might be like in the third or fourth row. So it's I can lose track of who did what and who was reading. So like I said, if I skip over you, just let me know. All right. First question I have really is not related to the books. But if you look at the bottom in the end notes, you notice I don't have a lot of end notes. This one was better written than most of them. But it says, unfortunately, there are none near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away. My end note is, the nearest one is about 2 miles away. To me, that's near my house. 3 kilometers, 2 miles is not that far. It's to me, I would walk that. Other people think that half a mile is too far. So, so my question is, what do you think is a reasonable distance to really to walk? Is it, you can give me kilometers or miles. I would say, for myself, I would say less than 3 miles is reasonable to walk. I actually will walk more than that, but I've walked, if you're familiar with Philadelphia, I've walked from the Old City area, which is like 5th and Market, up to 34th. It's probably about 2.5 miles. Okay, so Annie, what do you think is a reasonable distance to walk?
In a city, for me, less than 2 miles.
Okay.
But in the suburb, I think less than 1 mile.
Okay. Do you know where the Marlton Walmart is?
Morton Walmart, by the Route 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, so I am right near Chef Zhang's kitchen.
Yeah.
So I actually frequently I'll walk from my home to Marlton Walmart.
Oh, that's far from.
Yeah, to me it isn't. If I'm picking up something heavy, like if I'm buying milk, I won't walk. But if it's just really more for exercise, okay. So Lucy, what do you think is a reasonable distance to walk?
我没听懂这句话，这个问题。
就你觉得走路走多远？就是你可以走多远吧？觉得
这个哦
，1公里、2公里或者3公里。
这种yeah to yeah
2 kilometers?
Yeah, kilometers.
2 kilometers.
2 yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's probably about a mile and a quarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yuchi, what do you think is a reasonable distance to walk?
I think 3 miles.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Helena?
I ever walk 10 kilometers
Wow.
from Anhui province to Zhejiang province.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, did you ever walk around Westlake?
Yes, the Westlake, I work only half.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
From
Actually.
Duanqiao to Baiqi.
Okay.
Around.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually walked around the whole thing. Takes a long time to do it, but.
How many miles? How many kilometers?
That I don't know.
西湖绕一圈要多长？
西湖有好几个的，有大西湖、小西湖、里西湖，所以
哦，
这个说不清楚的，因为你走苏堤、白堤是不同的走法。
Right. Shajan, what is a reasonable distance to walk?
I walk every day, about 30 minutes, more than 30, 40 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
But there are no, but there are, area that I live, there are no road for walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. I have to walk on either the roads in the area or along the highways, which is not good.
Yeah.
But you said you walk about 40 minutes. So the average walking pace is about a mile, 1 mile every 15 to 18 minutes. So probably close to 2 miles.
2 miles. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. British?
I think it's 2 kilometers.
Okay. Ashley?
I used to walk 10 kilometers in
Wow.
Beijing, in the Olympic park near my
Okay.
home. Yeah.
Okay. And would you do that? How often would you do that?
Almost 3 times a
3
week.
times a week? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I'll come back to that in a moment. Linda, what about you?
Actually, I'm like Americans. I'm not a work at all.
Take the car everywhere.
So I'm always driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's interesting is in the there's a woman in the Monday and Tuesday evening class. She's 78 years old and she walks every day.
That's good.
Yeah. She right now she has 2 daughters. The older one lives in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and the younger one is in Greensboro, North Carolina. So right now she's in North Carolina, and she comes on and said, tells us she went for a walk. There's apparently a lake near where she's living now, has a swan in it. It's yeah, like I said,
It's
78 years,
beautiful.
yeah, 78 years old, and she's walking. So
Yes.
yeah. So going back to that, Linda kind of answered that. Ashley, now that you're here, do you walk much, or how often do you walk now that you're here?
How often in America?
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost every morning I practice yoga. Yeah. On bicycle. By bicycle.
Oh, okay.
By
Okay.
back.
Bike. Yeah, no, bicycle or bike. Yeah.
Yeah, back.
Okay. So you exercise regularly. Good. British.
Yeah.
How often do you walk or exercise?
Now, one week I have to take a walk.
So once a week?
Yes, once
Okay.
a week.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Shajan, you said you walk every day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do any other exercise?
Sometimes practice Tai Chi with
Yeah.
my friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a side story on that one. If you're familiar with Philadelphia, on really between Market Street and Arch Street, you have the federal building. It's got the federal courthouse, and then it's also got the federal offices. And there used to be a group of women that were there every morning doing Tai Chi.
Really?
Yeah. They had this little picnic area that you can sit and eat your lunch. They were there. They doing it. It's I haven't
Where
seen
is
them.
it?
That's about between 5th and 6th on Market.
Oh,
So I haven't been there because I only go in once a week now, so I don't know if they still do that. Helena, how often do you walk or exercise?
I often walk 10,000 steps by WeChat movement.
Okay. All right. Yuchi, what about you? How often do you walk or exercise?
I walk almost every day.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 kilometer.
Wow.
1 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just
then exercise, Tai Chi. I practiced this Tai Chi.
yeah.
Yeah.
I go through these really through these periods where I'll walk, and then there are times where I get really lazy. I don't walk. I haven't walked for a few months, but I usually like walking in the morning, early in the morning.
I like walk after dinner.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
like morning.
Yeah. What?
10 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like early morning because you hear you hear the birds, and it's really quiet. It's nice. Okay. Lucy, what about you? How often do you walk or exercise?
yeah. I walk almost every day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and exercises. I do yoga.
okay.
In yard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Enjoy sunset. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Annie?
Yeah, I work out 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah. Walking or other exercise?
Work on my treadmill. Yeah. And sometimes play basketball with my son.
Okay. Who wins?
Of course he won every time.
I used to do that with my older son. He really liked basketball, and we do actually have a basketball hoop in our backyard. All right. He doesn't do that anymore. So anyway, I'm gonna have to use this term that I've mentioned before. We're all older, I'll put it that way. So being in that shall I say older category, we saw the transition really from paper books to electronic books. Kindle,
Kindle, yeah.
Nook, all that stuff. Interestingly, my son said he needed to buy a book for one of his classes. it was an ebook, what do you call ebook, electronic book. Still costed $130.
Whoa, what kind of book?
Physics or something, I don't know.
Usually an ebook is cheaper than paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know when I was in college, even the paper books were expensive. They were like $50 as 30 years ago or more. So textbooks are one of the biggest expenses in college, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So like I said, getting back to the question, we saw the going from paper books to electronic books, ebooks. So Annie, do you prefer paper or do you prefer are you okay with electronic books?
If I just read at home, I prefer paper book. But when I go travel, I prefer Kindle ebook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Lucy?
Well,
Do you prefer paper books or are you okay with ebooks, electronic books?
paper books.
Okay. Yuchi?
Prefer lecture books
Interesting.
because no money.
Other ebook is free. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
rich man.
Yeah.
No,
You can go to the library there
yeah.
because you have to bring them back in a week or two. But that's Helena.
Yes,
Do you prefer paper books
I
or
I prefer read paper books and sometimes like Yuqi.
okay? Yeah. Okay.
No money can read. Sometimes I prefer hear the book. Some program have read the read book. I hear book.
Okay. Audio books.
Audiobook.
Audiobook.
Audio.
Audio book.
Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah. Shajan?
I prefer ebooks.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can read everywhere when I have time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read on my phone.
That's interesting because the reason I don't like ebooks on my phone is it's very small, then it's very hard to read. And again, that has to do with being older and wearing glasses. So obviously you can make the font bigger, but then you have to scroll. So okay, Ritesh?
I prefer to paper books, but now I always use audio books.
Okay. And Ashley?
I prefer paper books, but in America, the paper books is too expensive.
Yeah.
So sometimes I read the ebook on the
Yeah.
reader book.
Yeah. And what about you, Linda?
Basically, I don't like to read books. But if I needed to read, I prefer paper books, and if possible, audiobook. That's better.
Yeah. One interesting one thing I found interesting is my oldest son was born in 1999, so this was after Kindle and Nook were commonly available. So when he was about 6 or 7 years old, I bought him a Kindle because like I said, he likes to read. And he would not use it. He preferred paper books. Even though his generation is so used to computers, yet he still wanted paper books.
Yeah, my daughter, she likes paper book. She's bookworm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she likes paper book.
Yeah, my son would also be a bookworm. one thing I like about paper books is there's a term that we use. We call it dog-eared, and basically what it means is you take the corner of the page and you fold it down so that you can mark it. So it kind of looks like a dog ear, it just kind of flops down. And I prefer that because then I can find something that I found interesting and go back to it.
Yeah, and the bookmark. Right?
Yeah. And you really can't do that with the electronic books.
Yeah.
So, all right. What type of books do you like? Do you like fiction, nonfiction, historical, fantasy, science fiction? Annie, what type of books do you like?
I like fiction book.
Okay.
Like Harry Potter, magic, about the magic, witches, wizards.
That would probably fall more into the fantasy.
The fantasy.
Yeah. So fantasy would be a subcategory of fiction.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. Lucy, what type of books do you like?
哎呦，我还真没有特殊喜欢的人啊。喜欢 What time? You ask what time I like.
What kind?
你喜欢什么样的
类型的？
What kind?
什么小说呀，还是什么别的东西？
对，那个人物自传怎么说？自传。自传。小说。
Autobiography.
Autobiography.
Biography.
Or biography.
Biography.
Yeah.
Biography and character biography.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What type of people do you like to read about?
哪些人？
什么类型的人物你喜欢读？
喜欢看成功女人的书。成功。
Success woman. Success woman.
Okay.
Success woman.
Okay. Successful people.
Like Elon Musk's mom.
Okay. Well, you won't be reading about me then. So. Okay. Yuchi, what kind of books do you like to read?
I like non-fiction book.
Nonfiction. Okay. Like history or biographies or
History.
History.
And war. Yeah.
War. Okay. Yeah. All right. Helena.
I read
Religious books. Okay. Xiaojian.
Before I was working, I like read about the book about economy. Now I like love read different culture.
Okay. Yeah. British.
I like biography books and some useful books. How to make something.
Okay. Yeah. Really, actually, they do refer to them as how-to books. Okay. Ashley, what type of books do you like?
I like reading poetry when I was young.
Okay.
And now I like realistic literature.
Okay.
Literature, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Linda. I know you don't like to read, so she doesn't like to walk. She doesn't like to read.
I think many years ago, I like to read something about the Chinese 中医, just acupuncture.
Okay.
point, acupuncture
Chinese
point
medicine.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And recently some psychology books may be interesting.
Okay.
Psychology.
Yeah. What book now? What book are you? Okay, let me try that again. What is the last book you read, or what book are you currently reading now? So for me, the last book I read was a couple of weeks ago called The Prisoner in Cell 3. It's actually a religious book. It's about John the Baptist. That's the last book I read. Annie, what was the last book you read, or book you're reading now?
The last book I read is called Shadow Demon.
Okay.
This book is about magic.
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter recommended it to me.
Yeah. So, all right, and that falls into what you were saying, the type of books you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fantasy. Okay.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Oh, long time I no read book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
come here, no read book here.
okay? Is it because you can't find books in Chinese?
Yes, in China, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I read, yeah.
Yuchi.
I don't remember which book.
Yeah. So again, it's probably because yeah. Okay. Helena.
I read some Buddhist book, Tao Time,
Okay.
and some about tea, about the Chinese tea book.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I think I mentioned this last week. In Hangzhou near Westlake, you do have the tea museum,
Yes.
which is really very interesting. And I guess it wasn't too interesting because she got up and left.
Oh, I read this book.
All right. Xiaojian.
Last 2 years, I usually read an article online in English because I have to learn English
Okay.
about American culture, about
Yeah.
religion, like Mayflower, American Civil War,
Yeah.
and Martin Luther King. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
About history. Yeah. While I learn English, I can also learn about American history. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
A couple of years ago, me and my son actually went to Gettysburg, which is where one of the biggest battles of the Civil War took place.
Mhm.
So it was really interesting. We did a reenactment of the battle. Okay. British.
The last one. There.
Okay. Michael Dell. Okay. Okay. So I guess that's a biography.
Yes.
Okay. Ashley.
I have two books. One is, can you see, a book of prayers, and another one is 209 nighttime prayers for women.
Okay.
Two
Okay.
books.
Yeah. Okay. So the 200 nighttime prayers. Do you read that at night?
I like this book very,
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah. Do
Oh,
you?
老师问你是不是晚上读它？
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost
Yeah.
everyone. Every night. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. And Linda,
Thank you.
I know you don't. I know you don't read. So.
Yeah. After I get out of school, I didn't read much, but I did read the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, recently I just read a book. The name probably is the next American Revolution.
Okay.
it was written by a Chinese. I think her parents is Chinese. Chinese.
Yeah.
And she is a PhD. She got her PhD at 1940
Okay.
in America.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think you showed me that book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. They use a. I have two more questions. I know it's going to go a little bit late, but they use two expressions in here. One is the first one I'm going to ask about is kill time. So, what do you do to kill time? Now, I take the train when I go into Philadelphia. I take the train there are a lot of people that'll play games like Tetris or solitaire or something like that to kill time. I usually on the train I'll listen to I'll talk to my son. That's what I do. So Linda, what do you do to kill time?
For me, before I just like if the place allow, I can sing. Yeah, that's
Okay.
previous what I did.
Okay. Ashley, what do you do to kill time?
I always talk with my friend to kill
Okay.
time.
Yeah. Okay. Pritesh, what do you do to kill time?
Read a magazine.
Okay. What types of magazines do you read?
Reader, 读者
Reader,
like a reader.
reader,
Okay.
Yeah.
Chinese magazine.
Okay. Shachen?
Play my phone.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk about that in a second, but Helena?
Like Sheldon, see my phone and shopping.
Yeah, that's a
Rich woman.
yeah. Shopping. It gets very expensive.
No expensive Chinese 就是电商 is cheap.
Okay.
No expensive.
Yeah.
You know 淘宝 teacher.
Shop online.
Yes. 淘宝、美团优选、多多买菜，每天就是囤一些物资，买一些
Wow,
buy
too
some eat and some food and noodle and rice and vegetable.
Okay. All
And
right.
cheap, very cheap. Cheap and 方便怎么说
Convenient.
Convenient and
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, it is. But I like how they say they'll have a sale. They'll say save money, but you're spending money. It's like, how can you be saving if you're spending? I don't know. Okay, Yuchi, how do you kill time?
I like watching mobile phone news
Okay.
and WeChat to kill time.
Yeah. Okay. Lucy.
Oh, I usually draw or kill time. This my draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much. Yeah.
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 All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Annie?
I usually read books, magazines, or listen music, or call my daughter if she's free to.
Yeah. I think it was Xiaojian that said that she uses her phone, and that's what my kids do. And no matter what, and I don't know, Annie, if your kids are like this, but no matter what, you go out to dinner or whatever, sitting in a restaurant, they're on their
Yeah.
phone doing something.
My son, yes.
Ask him a question, like, huh? What?
紫色上有 strawberry 说那个东西，
一会儿，
在哪儿？
Okay. the last question I have is talks about broaden your horizons. This says you can do it with books. Other ways of doing it is traveling, talking to people, taking classes in, either online or college. So, Annie, what is a good way? What is a way that you would broaden your horizons?
I think traveling
Yeah.
is a good way.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that would be my favorite way of doing it.
yeah. You can see, you can feel, you can listen. Yeah.
Right, you can live it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
one of the things I try to avoid when I travel is I try to avoid places like, particularly in a foreign country, places like McDonald's or Burger King. Yeah, I'll go for the local native food
Um,
because I can get McDonald's over here.
yes.
Yeah. Lucy, how do you broaden your horizons?
Well, how about what I know again? How?
Broaden your horizons. Learn about different things and really increase your knowledge on things. What's
长见识，长见识。
就是什么书让我长见识？
你是用哪些方式让你自己长见识的？
见识的。哦，I think read book, yeah.
read books? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yuchi?
I think TV news.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a way of doing it. Helena?
I travel and reading.
Yeah, good. Shajan?
Traveling, watch TV, and read books.
Yeah, all very good ways of doing that. Good. Pritesh?
I think it's travel, read books, and use medias.
Okay. And Ashley?
Studying the Bible with my church sisters increase my knowledge.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a little bit. Now I'll go to Linda first. Linda.
YouTube.
Okay.
My
Right.
son can agree more. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's every day watch YouTube.
My youngest one comes out to the dinner table at dinner time with YouTube on. He's watching them analyze cartoons. Like you do know it is a cartoon, it doesn't need to be analyzed, but I mean these people do 30-minute video on a cartoon, talk about the characters of a cartoon. It's like, okay. Ashley, I wanted to ask you, I mentioned a book called Prisoner in the Third Cell. Did you ever read that? The book is called The Prisoner in the Third Cell, or Prisoner in Cell 3. It's actually about John the Baptist. Interesting book. I'll show it to you next week. I have it in my bedroom. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you read it, but it's a short book, but it's very interesting.
Yes, interesting class.
So, all right. It is 9:07. All right. So, do want to thank you for being with me this evening, or for Helena this morning. And Actually, I'm going to ask this of really of Ashley. She was talking about studying the Bible and reading it with her sisters. If you don't mind, I do this nightly. Can you pray for British and her health?
Yeah. You get it better, British?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ashley,
good.
if you don't mind, could,
You look good.
Ashley 老师说，你如果可以帮那个 British 祈祷的话，你帮他弄一下。
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
I will see you next week. Everyone, have a good week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and
I'll see you next week.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Class.
See you
Thank
next
you,
week.
teacher.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye bye, every day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.